Glenn Maxwell is playing an innings of a lifetime. He's the man that stands between Afghanistan and another win against a world champion. 92 runs away are Australia, 3 wickets away are Afghanistan. Glenn Maxwell, a cat has 9 lives. How many does Maxwell have? 112, not out of 85. He's the man that threatens to do what seemed unthinkable when we were here on Cricbuzz Comm Box. After 15, where is this one going, Simon?
Well, if he stays there, they don't need to bat the 50 overs. They probably only need another 10 at the most at the way he is going. He needs help from Pat Cummins, who's played a really good innings so far. It's been really responsible from the skipper. So I just feel that when you look through this, there's not much to come. So these two hold a massive key. If it gets down to 15, 20, yes, Zampa Hazelwood are capable, but these two hold a massive key to the next 5, 6, 7 overs at least, I think.
Dropped on 33 by Buji, but that apart, we've seen Maxwell really go all out. He's backing himself. He's often accused of throwing his wicket away, but today he's backed himself and he had no other option.
He didn't have another option, and that's the key. And when you give Glenn Maxwell no other option, he has the power to clear the boundaries at any ground in the world, and you can't afford to give him opportunities, give him chances. He thought he was out, LBW. he was walking off. As soon as it pitched in line, we were all debating in the studio, did it pitch in line? Was it okay? And then as soon as it pitched in line, we thought, well, it's got to be out. Maxwell thought it was out. He was walking off, ended up going over the top. So he's had a little bit of good fortune. The drop catch from Mujib, we've seen that before in the tournament, so that's not something new. But he is making Afghanistan pay, and I think they've just taken their foot off a little bit. They took the slip out for the spinners. They've just eased off a little bit, Afghanistan. They've stopped trying to win the game, and now they're trying to defend the game. And that just plays into Maxwell's hands.
Pat Cummins has scored 10, but that's not the number that matters. The number that really matters is the 40 deliveries he's faced. So crucial just to stay there.
Yeah, and just to be able to defend. I think that's the key. That's one thing we've seen. The Australians haven't defended very well against the spinners tonight so far, and even against the pace bowlers early on in the piece. So Cummins is a fighter. He's not a guy that's going to give it away, and as long as Maxwell is there, he will make sure he's only playing that role of hitting ones. If he gets a really bad ball, yes, he'll put it away. If Maxwell happens to get out, Cummins will take on that hitting role. We've seen him do that throughout the IPL at different times, so he's got the ability to do that. He'll take that role on if Maxwell gets out, but at this time, it's all about ones and twos for him.
Well, not sure if there's any dew at the moment. We haven't seen players use their napkin to wipe that ball. We saw Afghanistan continuing to bowl their spinners. When Maxwell was starting to play his big shot, should they have looked at bringing in Naveen-ul-Haq or Omar Zai a little bit earlier? Naveen-ul-Haq was brought on in the 35th over. Did they miss a trick there? Yeah,
they could have brought him back a little bit earlier, but also I just say that I think the fact that they didn't keep the slip in place, I think they just took the foot off a little bit and started to defend that total rather than continually trying to win the game. Could have gone back to Naveen or Omar Zai just a little bit earlier, maybe tried something different, maybe gone short balls, set a leg side field accordingly, but not to be. It looks like it might be coming down to a cracker, or have they just lost one?
Nah, Nabi bowled the 36th, a 4 and a 6, 11 off that over, 211 after 36. Let's take a look at the bowling card at 35. Now add one more over of Nabi to this bowling card. Simon, what's your bowling plan if you're Afghanistan at this stage for the next 14?
They don't need Nabi. That's the key. You've got 2 right-handers and they don't need Nabi. I'd be going back to, you've got to try and win it in the next 6, 7 overs. There's no point at this. The game is not going to go 50. Who are your best bowlers? Rashid, your best bowler at the moment. Naveen. So they've got to bowl. To me, they've got to bowl out, almost bowl out. If you want to leave Naveen one, that's fine. But Rashid's got to bowl his 3, and I think Naveen's got to bowl his 3 at least in the next 6 or 7 overs. This is when you win the game. If it goes to the 47th, 48th, 49th, Afghanistan lose anyway. I don't think it's going to go that far.
The fear of what if Maxwell then attacks the other bowlers towards the end. Now, it's a tricky call. It's a really, really tricky call for the Afghanistan captain, but that's where they are, a drop catch. They've been a bit sloppy in the field as well. Is Maxwell going to take it away? He is playing an innings to remember for a long time. Can he take Australia past the finish line? It looks like he is in the mood too. We're done the Cricbuzz Comm Box for now. Make sure you join us on Cricbuzz Live because Harsha Bogle, Simon Doull and I will be looking back at possibly the most dramatic finish of this World Cup. Bye for now.